Hello everybody. You probably can barely hear me because of the fan that's going off right now. And I tried to do this without the fan. I can't do it. In Louisiana, the sun is about 5 miles away from us. So even when the sun's not out, its presence is ever there. I turned the fan off for about 10 seconds and I was already starting to sweat like real bad, so I can't do it. So if you can't hear me when I go to play this video up, it's nothing I can do about it. I don't know how else to do this. And microphones don't work on my phone. I can't hook a microphone up to my phone to thus get a better sound. So, I've been reading the newspapers and whatnot. Yes, I have a newspaper about the things that are going on in the world. And one of the reasons I have this channel is because I feel like on this channel I'll say what I want, when I want, how I want, and I gotta worry about repercussions. I don't care if they take it down or something, or I get fined or whatever. You know, whatever YouTube's gonna do. So this is kind of my oasis to say what I want. Problem is I've been kind of busy with life and unable to smoke, and thus unable to actually sit down here and do anything. It has been several months since I've been in the throne room here, and I've got my Savinelli 120 anniversary with some LA Red in there. I ran out of Bayou Morning, which is my favorite, but I said I would smoke my other tobaccos until, I won't get any more new tobacco like Bayou Morning until I've smoked all my other tobaccos. So here I am in the endeavor. I'm not exactly a fan of some of the tobaccos I've got, but I'm gonna whittle it down. It's not that I hate it; it's just that some of them seem tasteless to me. It seems the Virginia Periques are my go-to, my favorites. I can taste them. The other ones I don't taste that much when I'm smoking them. Maybe I'm packing it wrong. I don't know. Anyway, I read that California, in order to not be homophobic, has gone ahead and reduced the criminal charges and penalties for pederasty and possibly even pedophilia. That was the quote of one of the supporters of that bill or law, whatever it is. And a thought came to mind, aren't they admitting that homosexuality now automatically means or is connected to pederasty and pedophilia at this point? I mean, because if it's homophobia to charge people who are engaged in pederasty and pedophilia because that's homophobic, then the two must be linked then, right? They must be, one devolves into the other. It wasn't 10 years ago, it's longer than that, 10 years, 15? That was called a slippery slope. They said that was a logical fallacy, being a slippery slope. Here we are, quickly approaching the bottom of that slope. Gotta tell you, this whole freedom, aka freedom of as in do whatever you want, however you want it, as long as you don't hurt anybody, that whole system, I have my doubts about it at this point. Freedom without any regulation is not freedom. It's not an act of freedom to engage in homosexual activity. It's not. It's an act of license. The license to kill another person's soul at that point. License is doing what you want, when you want, however you want. And if the only regulation you have is, well, as long as it doesn't hurt anybody, one, you got to define what the hell does hurt mean, right? Only physically? Does the spiritual not count? How about mentally, emotionally? Those don't count. Only physical hurt? Because that's going to severely limit you as well. And completely ignores mental and emotional health. So there you go. Welcome to our world of absolute license to do as you please. See how this is my channel to do whatever I want on. Homosexuality is a mental disorder and a sin. It's evil. There you go. Come get me, YouTube. Send the thought police. Big Brother is going to be upset with me now. You see, it's a mental disorder because they have, I'm sure it really is a part of them, that they have an unnatural desire for those of the same sex, which automatically makes it a disorder. Now, the shame is not the fact that you have a disorder. The shame comes in is when you give in to that disorder, you act upon it. The suicide, you don't tell him, go do it, right? There's a suicide hotline to help those people, to try and help them. You don't tell the alcoholic to take a drink. There's no shame in suffering with a temptation. There's no shame in the alcoholic saying, I want to drink really bad. The shame is those people who will not help you and feed you the lie of saying, have a drink, you'll feel better. Or those who say, don't be chaste, give in. They are the truly evil people. They won't help you, they won't lend a helping hand, they won't extend any charity by telling you, no, it's wrong, and we're going to help you we're going to get you some help. We're going to do what we can to help you. And if we don't have a treatment right now, we will find one. We're going to do what we can. In the meantime, you know, we need to practice regardless. Chastity. Self-mastery. Because that action hurts you and hurts the person you're with. Physically, emotionally, spiritually, mentally. By the very fact that those desires grow stronger is hurting them. They're not living a happy life. They're living a disordered life. They've given in to the cravings of an animal. And no one's reached out to help them. And here we are having laws now making it to where we're coming after your kids now. Younger and younger. We're going to, groom them. And with the protection of laws getting less, there's less protection of law, you're going to start having more vigilantes. Because you're going to have, especially fathers, saying, you're not going to protect my children with the law, fine, I'll do it. Right? And you're going to have them turning violent. Because police ain't doing nothing, the court systems aren't doing anything, and everyone tells me I'm crazy because I want to protect my children from being victimized. What does that leave me? Violent action. You're going to start having more of these vigilantes. You're going to cause violence. Get out of those enlightened zones called cities. Enlightened, air quotes. Because they're so superior, right? Get out of there. Anyway, I'm out of time. My phone only has so much space, and I keep eating it up. I hope you can hear everything I've been saying. Oh, this loud fan. If you can't, I'm sorry. I don't know how else to deal with this. I will try to think of some way, but I'm out of options until I can get maybe a laptop in here or something. Until then, adios. Day is full. God bless. Take care.